This is The Thunder Zone, a Tampa Bay 28 podcast original. Let's talk Bulls. Now, here's Kevin and Kyle.
Hello and welcome to the Tampa Bay 28 Thunder Zone. That's Kevin Lewis. I'm Kyle Berger, and Kevin, all good things must come to an end.
Yes,
Seven-game winning streak snapped 2-1 against the New York Islanders last night.
New Jersey, Edmonton, Washington, Philadelphia, Calgary, Detroit, and the New York Rangers all on the hit list for the Tampa Bay Lightning in the last couple of weeks after, again, that historically slow start, which they have clearly put behind them. Reeling off 7 in a row consecutively, back-to-back, one after the other, is a very good thing. And, again, you're obviously playing really good hockey when you win 7 games in a row, but they're getting it. Again, you build the team from the net forward. Andrei Vasilevskiy got on a hot streak. This patchwork defense continues to keep teams out of the net. They are, the Lightning third in the league in goals against, 2.58. And that'll win you a lot of hockey games. John Cooper preaches it all the time, says we will not have problems putting pucks in the net. It will be keeping pucks out of it, and they've had no problem there. So, 7 straight. They've done it every kind of which way. There have been blowouts in there. There have been tight games. And really, it's the exclamation point the last game in New York when they had their mini, 3-game road trip where they just took 2 out of 3. Brandon Hagel still staying hot. This is one of his better goals of the year when everyone is like, where's the puck? And he will not give up. Again, when he was traded to the Lightning, it was not like a big deal, in 2022 at the deadline. He was a nice player for the Blackhawks, but he's becoming a star with the Lightning.
Yeah, people are like, who is this guy? I had to dig up file of video, literally dig up to find file of video to show that night on the news. Like, Brandon Hagel, how do you say his name? Hagel, like, who is the guy? But now Hagel's been great. 15 goals on the season. He's been awesome. Vasilevskiy, like you mentioned, he had his own personal 6-game winning streak snapped that 2-1 loss on Tuesday night. He's allowed 2 or fewer goals in 6 of his last 7 games. And for the Bolts, that's only their 4th loss in the last 19 games. They still sit atop the Eastern Conference standings, best record in the Eastern Conference, which is, like I said, it's incredible from the way they started this season. Yeah. So, everything's clicking for them. The only team in the division with a positive goal differential as well. So they're killing it.
Yeah, and the Tuesday night game against the Islanders, really one that they didn't play poorly. The Islanders just played well. The Islanders were not playing well heading into that game, but the trip to Long Island, they had a day off. They had an actual practice, the Lightning. But, again, you're not going to win. I don't want to say you're probably not going to win 17 in a row, in the National Hockey League. But Andrei Vasilevskiy, the more video evidence that he is, in fact, a human being and not a cyborg sent from space to stop pucks from going in nets. And the Islanders played good defense. Former Bolts for about 5 minutes. Duclair,
19 games with the Bolts.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
Found the back of the net. And afterward, we caught up with head coach John Cooper and Dominic James, who doesn't have the face guard anymore, thank goodness, in the locker room at least, just about how, they don't want to lose any games, but losing the way they lost last night wasn't the worst thing in the world.
We won 7 in a row there, and obviously we wanted to win this one. And but we made a good effort there in the end, and we're going to get home and play a good Pittsburgh team, and then we're going to have these Islanders again. So you can't dwell on this.
We had the puck a lot. We had our chances. They didn't go in, and but I can't fault our effort and everything we did. It was the bounces, I guess, ran out for us. But if we're going to get that effort, and especially on the road, being on the road for a week, I'll take that with this team. And it's kind of been a staple for them. They work their tail off, and they don't quit. Didn't quit tonight. We got bettered by the goalie played really well, and they committed to defense and blocking shots, and good on them.
And we spoke about Brandon Hagel, who's become a team store guy. So you see that jersey in the team store, the 38. Joins Anthony Cirelli, who slowed down in the goal scoring department, but still, will skate through brick walls for you. Is on the same line now with Nikita Kucherov, who he could probably be on a line with you and I, and he would pass us into some goals. But they've been pretty productive so far, especially Kucherov, who, you look at the score sheet. I think last night snapped a streak of 9 straight points. He had at least 1 point in 9 straight games, and number 86 is showing up every night now.
And that was the final game of a 3-game road trip. So you maybe expect them to be a little sleepy, a little tired. they kind of looked that way. They didn't give Sorokin, the Islanders goalie, much competition as far as shot wise.
Right.
Like the one that did sneak in was kind of a lucky goal, I would say, from James. Kind of got it right between the pipe and the blocker there. But you can't fault them for winning 7 straight games. I mean, they still had a chance to win that game late, and they just couldn't get that final goal in there.
It's part of that patchwork as well. And Cooper spoke about the Cirelli, Kucherov, and Hagel attack because, again, not everybody is where they may need to be, moving forward defensively and on offense. But Cooper likes that line and what they've been able to produce so far.
Like they all compete, and they all bring a little different aspect to the table. And as Cooch is Cooch. He's just a gifted player. But those other two are they're workhorses, but in different ways. And they're not afraid to go to the blue paint. They're not afraid to go in the corners, and so they kind of complement each other, like in all their games. And they go to those areas, and Cooch will find them. And so, but if I can be perfectly honest, it's their work ethic, and because of how hard they've been working, I think they're just reaping the benefits right now.
You've seen them for years, and obviously they're special players, John. But how much fun do you have watching what those three can do out there?
Well, again, you're pretty fortunate as an organization to have not only three of them. Like some teams would ask to have just one. So, I've had a front row seat to them for a long time, and it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun watching, and like you said, the stats weren't heavily on the favor of the Islanders in the 2-1 win, but we kind of had a yin and yang moment because they killed off 3 power plays last night, which gave them 24 consecutive power play kills for the Lightning. But on the other end, it's kind of amazing they won as many games in a row as they did, as poorly as they've been on the other side.
Yeah, the power play itself, 1 of 12 in their last 5 games. And you don't know. And last night, they only had 2 shots and 6 penalty minutes. But you kind of think, like, when this team gets healthy, maybe that number will get better. Right. 1 for last 12. I mean, when you have Braden Point back there, Victor Hedman, those are 2 key guys on the power play. You haven't had them in weeks, it seems like. So when they get back, maybe those numbers will start to improve as well.
Yeah, and Darren Radish unleashing 100-mile-an-hour slap shots from the defenseman's position. He and J.J. Moser back there have been quite a stabilizing force. So that's another thing to watch moving forward. As again, at the end of a long stretch of wins and they had a road trip, they might just be a little fatigue and a little, New York Islanders just caught them on the wrong evening. But
the Islanders, though, they play a tough game. That's their style.
Yeah, it's a gritty,
the forechecking game, low scoring game. That's kind of what they got caught up into.
It's like a Big Ten football kind of old man football. Snow flurries.
It was 3 yards and a pile of dust.
Wouldn't know what the snow flurries are all about down here. No. Quickly though, we will be doing a little something special for the Panthers game in a couple of weeks on December 15th. Tampa Bay 28 Thunder Zone Battle of Florida, which Florida's kind of battling it right now.
Stinking Panthers. Yeah. Last place Panthers.
Yeah.
Last place in the Eastern Conference, not just the division. Yeah.
So hopefully, I don't want to say pick up some steam so it'll be a better game because we, the Lightning look to thrash them. But, anytime they get together, it'll be a half an hour special, 6:30 on Tampa Bay 28, 6:30 to 7. We'll have a bunch of content, fans, day of stuff, feature stories. So we'll be in Thunder Alley, Dennis Phillips, Wendy Ryan, the whole crew.
Dennis Phillips.
Dennis, I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, he'll be out and about. So don't worry, people, there'll be security. So you'll have to wait your turn if you want to dap up Dennis. But much more to come on the show. We'll have a couple of fan zone packages and a look ahead to the week ahead and a little injury recap. We have a lot more coming up, and we're going to talk some Thanksgiving food maybe if we have time. Okay. Kyle Berger, Kevin Lewis, Tampa Bay 28 Thunder Zone.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay 28 Thunder Zone.
What he said. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay 28 Thunder Zone. We're going back on the ice to go off it, I guess, with the injury updates.
Yeah, and head coach John Cooper said just because you see a guy on the ice, that doesn't mean he's like coming back really soon. But as we know, the Lightning, especially on the back end, have been riddled with injuries. He said defenseman Victor Hedman was not close to coming back. Max Crozer was closer with a capital R at the end. But Braden Point, who we knew had a slow start to the season, undisclosed, and he and Ryan McDonough, there are no timetables for their return. So that's a little eerie. And the NHL, they're very very secretive with
unlike,
injuries.
Unlike the NFL, where we get injury report every day and tells us exactly what's wrong, we have no idea unless it's upper body, lower body. It could be absolutely anything. I remember a few years ago when Stamkos was hurt, had all the abdominal something, or it was a crazy injury and completely got back from it, but we had no idea what was going on with him.
Yeah, it's in a file folder in a suitcase at the bottom of the Hillsborough River, I think is the official injury report. But yeah, it's a strange thing. So when people ask or email or say, oh, what's wrong? Unless somebody lets it slip, upper body, it's either from the head to the waist or from the hips to the pinky toe. So regardless, the Lightning push on, winners of 7 of 8 after they lose to the Islanders, and some big games coming up. They're all big. Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby still doing it at 59 years old, leading them in points and goals.
18 goals, 11 assists, 29 points. He's third in the league in goals. And gosh, he's like my age.
He's timeless. Like I said, 59 years old. And then the Islanders, the 3 yards and a cloud of ice shavings. They're in your face, rough and tumble crowd will be in a quick turnaround. And the Lightning will try to get a little revenge there. Tampa Bay. And Toronto Maple Leafs will do the Canadian double next week, Monday and Tuesday, and they fared pretty well in back-to-backs.
Yeah, was it Cole Caulfield for the Canadians?
Yes, and Martin St. Louis. He is a fan favorite. And speaking of fans, Robert Boyd takes us to South Tampa for another Fan Zone Mega Fan coming up next on Tampa Bay 28's Thunder Zone.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay 28 Thunder Zone.
This is Robert Boyd in Tampa. Well, when you see Rich Killian riding through his neighborhood wearing his jersey and holding his inflatable Stanley Cup, you know it's game day in Tampa Bay.
Let's go Bolts, game day. Woo! It's a hockey night, let's go.
Every trip to a Lightning home game is like a pep rally for Bolts superfan Rich Killian.
It's a hockey night. For me to just be on Bayshore, raising the cup, there's a lot of spirit here, a lot of excitement. And folks honk their horns, they're yelling out their windows. Woo! Here we go, let's go! From the Range Rovers to the landscapers, these people are Bolts fans. It's a lot of fun to be around.
The real Stanley Cup weighs about 35 pounds.
Playoffs, baby, let's go!
So Rich prefers the inflatable variety that he can easily carry on 2 wheels.
Benchmark is the only NHL arena that'll valet your bikes for free. So that's one positive, and they also valet my cup for free, so I can go to the game and ride my bike home.
Back at his South Tampa home, Rich has even more Lightning-themed inflatables.
Game day!
If he's not at the game with family and friends,
go Bolts!
Go Bolts!
Game day!
Then he's throwing a watch party for family and friends.
Let's go Bolts! Game days, my snowman comes out, and that means the front door's unlocked. So you come in, and we've got a charcuterie board, and my garage fridge is wide open for everybody.
Neighbors say Rich's love for the team is contagious, elevating fandom from house to house.
Sometimes I'll forget it's game day, and then I see this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what time's the game today? What time's puck drop?
Rich is eager to share his Bolts memorabilia and memories with anyone who walks by.
I got this signed by Anton Stroman.
He's just one of those guys that you can't help but be happy when you see him, and he's like the #1 Lightning fan in town.
He's really brought like a lot of spirit to our neighborhood, so we love it. He's great. He's great.
Does every neighborhood need a fan like Rich?
Oh, we all need a Rich in the neighborhood. The Bolts should appreciate him.
And if you see Rich riding to a game, he encourages fans to honk, wave, or even stop and hoist the cup.
There you go. Woo! Let's go Bolts, let's go! Look at this guy.
In Tampa, Robert Boyd.
Let's go Bolts. Here we go.
Tampa Bay 28.
So that's the safe route. I love that. First of all, like 2 generations ago, if you said that would be happening in Tampa, Florida, they'd be like, what are you talking about? There'd be a guy with a cup on a bike on Bayshore Boulevard. And it's the safe route because the thing with the Stanley Cup, when it goes on tour, people can touch it. You're not supposed to hoist it like a player. That's like the thing you do not do if it comes, to a bar, restaurant, or area. So if you touch it and do it, that's not the big deal. You just don't. But that one, he's providing a service for the people.
No, I love that guy. Like,
that's great. Yeah.
Like if they win another cup, he needs to drink out of the real. Like they need to let him.
Yeah.
Maybe ride it with the real one, like the real thing. Like,
Absolutely.
He needs to be the guy. And like I think him and knowing Robert Boyd, those two are like. They could be best friends.
Yes, that's Batman and Robin.
Enthusiasm for everything they do, it seems like.
And we could have him as a guest on the show if he somehow gets the actual cup. Okay, he said charcuterie board. That made me hungry real quick. Thanksgiving. We haven't seen the people in 2 weeks over Thanksgiving. A lot of debate over Thanksgiving food. I just finished The leftovers are pretty much almost gone. Stuffing all day, every day. The turkey thing, I feel like it's like cool to say I don't like turkey anymore. But when you were like 10 years old, you were mashing potatoes, turkey, and gravy and butter and just shoveling it in. So I'm all over I mean, I do not restrict myself on Thanksgiving at all.
So for this Thanksgiving, did not have turkey.
Outside the board's great.
No, so we went brisket, ribs.
Oh yeah,
and pulled pork.
We've done that. Yeah, and there's no downside to that.
No, so no cranberry sauce, no green bean casserole.
I feel like the green bean casserole, it's night or day. It's either like, ooh, that's good, or like it just sits. And then, but mac and cheese, always get eaten. Any kind of potatoes for sure. I'll eat no pecan pie, but any other pie, dessert, everything.
We went pumpkin pie, chocolate chip cookies, and like this blueberry cobbler that was really good.
Okay, and it's whipped cream on pumpkin pie, ice cream on fruit and other pies. In my opinion.
Interesting. So we had ice cream on the pumpkin pie.
Okay.
It was like a side.
Okay, but now we can move on to Christmas. Anyone who played Christmas music and had their decorations up before Black Friday, which is like the vast majority, we can't be friends anymore. Now it's Christmas time or Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. A couple of weeks until then, get your shopping done.
Turn up that Mariah Carey.
Turn it to Mariah Carey.
Crank it up.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, man. Well, lots of hockey until then, though. So we'll have a lot more on this show. The special, again, coming up on December 15th. Battle of Florida between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers.
And that'll wrap up this edition of the Tampa Bay 28 Thunder Zone. Until next week, that's Kevin Lewis. I'm Kyle Berger. We will see you later on the
Thunder Zone.